Go get 'em, girl. Go get 'em, girl. Go get 'em, girl. Go get 'em, girl.
I'm Khumo Taphumaneyi, and I'm one of the co-founders of Ethnikids. So Ethnikids is an online bookstore that features protagonists of color, that focuses on books that feature protagonists of color in various South African languages. And it was founded by myself and 4 other ladies. We're all friends and we're all mothers, and we were concerned that our children are consuming material that they can't identify with or relate to. And that's how the company was founded. We've known each other for a couple of years now. We all met in different places, university. We're all friends with my cousin, so it's been, but now we're business partners. And how Ethnikids was birthed was around our concerns that there wasn't enough diverse material for children, particularly literature, and we decided to solve our own problem. And how Ethnikids was birthed was initially as a subscription-based business. So you'd come to us and you'd tell us how old your child is, what your home language is, what the sex of your child is, and we'd compile 3 to 4 books that we'd ship to your home on a quarterly basis. This started last year in April, and the growth was so huge that, we had to morph into an online bookstore by November last year. So the demand is definitely there, and it's been a passion project. Okay, so we source the books locally as well as internationally, and we work with a lot of mainstream publishers as well as independent publishers, so people that self-publish, all with the idea that it has to have positive stories about different diverse people, protagonists of color, and also where possible in different South African languages. We're now getting a lot of requests to include more other African languages like Shona. So that's something that we're also looking into. But we source all over the world, all over Africa, and at home as well. It's very important to see yourself mirrored in the world around you. And often books are your first exposure to the world outside. And if you don't see yourself or people that look like you or places that you've been to mirrored in that, it can be a not so validating experience. So it's important to us that we affirm our children, that they see that I matter, and I matter so much, that my name, or someone that looks like me, or someone with a name like someone I know is in a book. So it's more just about validation, affirmation. It's good for their psychology, and it's also builds tolerance. So it's not just important for black children, but for children of all races to learn more about other people's cultures, to understand, so that stereotypes can drop and tolerance can grow. So important. Especially because we're in a multicultural society, and I mean, for a lot of us, our generation growing up, we got sufficient exposure to our languages. But now, if you're going to an English school, in your home, you only speak English. Language is a big part of your identity. It's a big part of who you are. If you don't understand the meaning of your name, your people, your tongue, it's an issue. So it's very important, and we can say to our children that it's important to speak your language. But if in the house the child doesn't see, children learn what you do, not what you say. They don't see material in their language. All the good night stories you read to them are in English. Then how important is the language really? So it's very important that they get sufficient exposure. I think that would be something that we should consider doing, definitely. It helps as a person. It just makes you a more whole human being. You can relate better to others, and the more languages you know, the greater your advantages, even in the working place. So I do think that's something that we should possibly consider in South Africa. The margins in books are very thin. So while we would like to maybe eventually get into that space, we're finding that online works for our current target market. And then how we supplement that is that we have monthly pop-ups. So we do book readings to make the literature come alive for children and to keep in line with our African tradition of oral storytelling. And at those book readings, we sell books. So it's like a monthly pop-up. And then what we're getting into now is retail strategic partnerships with hair salons, because we find a lot of our target market, those are places that they visit. So that's how we are countering the lack of a formal bookstore. But maybe if in the future the business case is sound, it's something that we can explore. So it's super easy online, and that's the way the world is moving. You can just visit our website from your phone or laptop or what have you. We've categorized the books into different sections, so you can either scroll for a book by age. We cater for kids 0 to 11, but we've categorized them into 3 categories: 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 11. So you can scroll for the books by age or scroll for the books by language. Pick what you would like, whether it's 1 book, whether it's 10. All orders over 500 get a gift box. Put in your address details, put in your payment details, and zoop, we deliver to you within a week. So it's super easy, and it's a great way to build up a library for your child at home.